What's going on, y'all? So I wanted to talk about thoughts. It is Sunday right now. I'm going to finish up my arm workout. But I had a thought, and I wanted to express this into video format. So the human mind has thousands of thoughts throughout the day. And are those thoughts, do you think those thoughts were already cultivated there, or they were placed there? Meaning they came from a higher power, from some radio waves, whatever, from out in the sky or down below. Did they come, and were they placed there? And I believe most of the time these thoughts were placed there. They were channeled in. Just like a TV, it picks up radio waves. Same thing with your mind. It is channeled in, and wherever you're walking through, depending on the time of day, the place, the people you're around, these thoughts are out in the atmosphere, in the air, and they're just pinning into your mind. So that's how I believe thoughts are created. So when you're called to do something positive, you should definitely act on those thoughts, because that thought traveled maybe from somebody else. And here's an example. When you think about somebody and that person calls you or texts you, that is a wave-length thought. It has traveled across from that person to another person. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've even tested it myself in my professional business, where I want a certain client or prospect to call me, or somebody to call me. I'm just thinking about that person, and that person hits me up. They call me, they give me a text. So I believe that's how thoughts are channeled into each individual person. So when it comes to a negative thought, those negative thoughts, just as positive thoughts are out there, negative thoughts are out there too. You should not act on those negative thoughts, because it's a balance, you know. It's always a test between if you're going to take on the good thought or you're going to take on the bad thought. And you're going to act on the bad thought or you're going to act on the good thought. Successful people tend to, first of all, they know when to say no. Successful people know when their time is of value, and they decide, you know what, that certain act, that certain thing that person is asking me, somebody asks them to do something, they say no, because they're acting on their positive thoughts, and they're sticking to their guns, so to speak, on fulfilling their goal or their desire. And if it's not aligned, goal-oriented people, if it's not aligned, if those thoughts are not aligned with that goal that needs to be done, they will not act upon it. And they know when to say no. They know they K-N-O-W, know when to say N-O. So that is my philosophy on thoughts, and I've seen other people and I've heard other people talk about it, and I'm pretty much just regurgitating stuff that I've seen and I've heard, and I'm channeling it to y'all on this YouTube channel. So, for example, when I was getting thoughts of, you need to stop smoking, you need to get into the gym and get bigger, you need to take your health, physique, and fitness a lot more serious, I acted on those thoughts. I'm still acting on them today. And I am going to achieve my goal of becoming the 10.0 version of myself, having the physique that I'm proud to say that I see in the mirror, and I already see it, and I'm in the process, and I'm already fucking proud of it. So that is my train of thinking of how I got these positive thoughts and I acted upon them. And I still get negative thoughts. Like, I still get shit that wants to take me back into my old ways. I can still easily go into the same space of people and whatnot, of indulging in these vices, but I choose not to. And every day is a new day, and it restarts. So in the morning, I have a choice of either waking up early, as I told myself I would, or I don't. And sometimes I miss, of course. I'm not fucking perfect. But on the days that I do miss, I realize, you know what? I let myself down. don't do it again. That's it. Don't do it again. You don't like this fucking feeling, don't do it again. So, drop down in the comment sections your thoughts on thoughts and how thoughts really affect your actions, how it affects your day-to-day, how it affects your relationships, and do you act on your positive thoughts as soon as they come? So I get thoughts, I'm bombarded with like good or bad positive thoughts. And on the positive thoughts, I hold those. On the negative thoughts, I just throw them away. I don't need them. So that's why I wanted to come in here. I'm finishing up arms today, and I feel good on this Sunday. I'm going to go to church with the family and hear the word. It's going to be good. You have a good one.